on Drury Lane.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, it was another weekend morning back in the kitchen on Drury Lane. And oh, it was time to make the muffins. And time to sing more. La la la, la 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 la, la la. Did you just say that I need singing lessons? I think I just heard that. Oh my goodness, I think I do need singing lessons. I wonder how I can sing. Well, I just came across a group called the Sacred Harp Singers. And they gather not only to sing together, but also to help anyone to sing. Do you think they can help the Muffin Man to be able to sing? Well, let's also discover what else they do when they get together to sing. And let's see if they can teach me. Of course, you're saying that I don't need lessons just to not hurt my feelings. La la la, la la. But let's learn more about the Sacred Harp Singers.
What we're doing here is we're setting up for our monthly Albany Sacred Harp singing here at Jonesville United Methodist Church, which is kind enough to host this community singing. My name is Tariq Ware, and I'm just one of the singers active in organizing our local group. And what we're setting up is we call it a hollow square. There will be 4 sides to the square for the tenors, who sing the melody of our tunes, the basses, the altos, and the trebles. And one reason why you probably, if you've been to concerts or things, you wouldn't see singers set up in this formation because they would face the audience. Well, we don't have an audience. This is singing that we do for fun, for joy. There aren't any rehearsals, performances, auditions. It's just, get together, enjoy the experience of singing with other people, enjoy singing as many songs as we can, give everyone a chance to pick their favorite songs for the group to sing, and meet together, and then look forward to the next time. There was sacred harp singing going on in the Albany area before I ever stumbled into it. It's one of those things that's everywhere, but you could easily not know about it. But once you do know about it, you realize there are singing groups all over the country, north, south, east, west. My family's ended up singing in other countries like Ireland and Germany and the UK. So there are enthusiasts to do it everywhere. This group in town, there are some other singers here who can say more about the early history of it, but we have some singers who have been singing in New York and in the Northeast for more than 20, 25 years for sure. Now you might be wondering why it's called sacred harp singing. In fact, sometimes we get people who say, "Where are the harps? I thought there were going to be harps. It's not a harp concert." We've never had anyone actually bring a harp. So it's called the Sacred Harp. It's called Sacred Harp Singing because our book is called The Sacred Harp. It's just the name that B.F. White, who with his friend E.J. King compiled this book in Georgia, in the American South, in 1844, chose for the book. You'll hear different theories as to why he chose that name. A common sort of folk etymology, if you will, among sacred harp singers is to say the sacred harp is the human voice. That's just a way of saying, well, it doesn't mean instruments, because in fact, one reason why this kind of traditional singing stayed alive was because there were some groups, especially concentrated around Georgia and Alabama, that did not want to use musical instruments in their worship life in church. But I mentioned singing in church, so it's probably important to say that from the very beginning of this kind of singing tradition, the kind of songs we sing, were always intended for and especially successful in what you might call social singing. That's to say, people getting together across separations of denomination and so forth for kind of community singing events. So there would be singing schools. Singing schools are really important to the tradition. Somebody might come selling tune books and teaching the young people in a certain community how to sing. Once the shape notes were invented that help us to sing, they would teach the shape notes, teach how to sing in harmony and time together. The whole system's designed to let people who might be musically illiterate, who might never know how to read music or know which are the A's, B's, and C's on the staff or how to recognize key signatures and things, nonetheless to look at printed music and sing correctly in 4-part harmony together. Joanne.
So hi, I'm Patty. I do a lot of secret harp singing with my family. One story I tell a lot is that the first time I sang secret harp music, I think I sang every note wrong. I'm quite sure I did. And at the end of the singing, the person who sat next to me and who was helping me along said, "I really enjoyed singing with you." And that's a really common attitude of secret harp singers, that they're happy to have new people come. You learn by doing what the person next to you is doing, and you're welcome. You get to sing with big groups of people who, as a group, know what they're doing, and so it feels like you're singing great, even if you don't get all the notes right. Harp singers are really diverse in their religious attitudes. There are many committed Christians, there are many people who are seeking, there are committed atheists, there are people who run the gamut in their religious perspectives. And surprisingly, even though we get together and sing songs which are very Christian in nature, we generally don't tend to talk about religion with one another. There's no sort of religious or political litmus test for joining the group. If you want to come, if you want to sing, you're welcome, and no one will try to convert you to anything or change who you are. You're just welcome as part of the group.
Love it! You'll love a free muffin from the Muffin Man. And here's your chance to get one. A free muffin delivered to you directly in the mail for just showing today's charity that you care. No money or credit cards or purchases necessary. And here's your chance. Simply send a message of support to today's charity and receive a free muffin in return. Log on to themuffinmangives.org. Make today a giving day. Will you join the Muffin Man in giving to others? We look forward to giving a free muffin to you as a thank you.
Google is acting like it corrects you into like, oh, and I realize that, like technically we live in this community, but the Postal Service like preferred standardized address as connected. La la fa la la la. You might see us keeping time, all of us, by moving our hands up and down. We don't do fancy orchestral conducting motions. We just do very simple motions to mark the beat. Whoever picks the song, Allison's about to lead one, will let everyone know how fast or how slow they want us to sing by whether they're moving their hand fast or slow.
Which is the tenor, is the tune. It's sung by men and women with medium to highish voices. So if you're like a soprano in a traditional choir or a tenor in a traditional choir, you're going to be happy here. And if you're a really high tenor or soprano in a traditional choir, you're going to be high over there in the treble section, because that is the a higher part, kind of a high counter melody that's sung by both men and women. Alto and bass are, as in traditional choir, low women's voices in alto and low men's voices in bass. You are free, and people often do switch parts all the time to find something that feels good for your voice. Okay. So anybody's welcome to come to us singing. This is a practice singing where we're actually kind of learning things. At bigger singings, people may want to sit in with a part, give them a book like we just did with you, our favorite cameraman here, and we don't applaud, we just move on to the next song. We don't perform for anybody except ourselves, and that's what it's about.
There's one saying that says, I wouldn't cross the street to listen to Sacred Harp singing, but I'd walk a mile to go and do it. It's kind of,
Yeah.
Now, some of us, we like it so much we actually would listen to scratchy old recordings with who knows what kind of weird mixes of people singing it. But there's some truth that captures something about the spirit of how it's really a participatory thing for the people to get involved with, not something to show off for and polish for an audience.
The way I heard it was I'll walk across the country to sing.
Yes, it's definitely performance art, not performance art, participatory art. That's how the music is taught, through the shapes. For people who are not traditionally trained, classically trained musicians, explain it, Tara.
They let you know where you are in the scale. So you see these shapes, and basically it's about teaching people to sight sing who might not have any musical education of a conventional kind. And so really you can actually do away with the lines and spaces of the staves on the page, and a shape note singer could sort of still follow the shapes up and down the scale. I think of it as connected to the fact that it's not performance music to be rehearsed. And if you go to a choir, they'll say, okay, alto, sing that again. You know, everybody's going over and over their part. But this is, it's about sight singing. We might sing it wrong. We might sing some wrong notes, but we just go through it once. So that's our only chance. It's not like we're going to practice it 10 times before we're ready to perform it. We're going to go through it once on the shapes. That's your chance to remind yourself of how it goes, how it fits into the scale, or to learn it. And then we're going to sing it as many verses as the leader wants, and then we're done with it. You'll have to wait till next time if you want to improve your...
Oh, my son, would to God I had died. Would to God I had died. Would to God I had died for thee, oh Absalom, my son, my son.
voice for everyone in the square. That your voice will find a part somewhere, and no one will hear you if you sing something wrong, because there'll be 100 people in the room, and we all sing loud, we all sing full voice all the time. And everyone is welcome to either sit in the square and perhaps be moved to sing. And for sure, everyone will be handed a book as they walk in the door, right?
Yeah. And don't panic if you don't know what's going on. It can be pretty overwhelming, particularly if you happen to come when we're doing some really, really fast songs. Sit down in the tenor section, try to follow along, find somebody who seems to know what they're doing, and ask them, and they will help you. You can come and go. You don't have to stay for 5 hours. You're welcome to come and go. Come and eat. Don't eat. Stay for an hour. Whatever.
People sometimes try it out and they say, oh, these shapes, they're confusing. Why don't you just sing the words? But you don't have to stick with it for very long before you realize that they're really useful. They let you learn and participate. I'd say the most important thing people need to know is just go and visit albanysacredharp.org. You'll find a complete listing, both of our local get-togethers with just our core group of local singers, anyone who wants to come, but also these exciting all-day singings where you have dozens or even hundreds of singers coming together, making a glorious wall of sound and feeding you all their best casseroles and pies and all the rest of it. So you have to make it to one of those. There's a complete listing on our website.
Yep.
You should know Sacred Harp singing is free and no commitment.
And no auditions.
No. You'll notice, I don't know if you know, well, you had to notice, we sang a few wrong notes tonight. We didn't care. Not what it's about.
Shapes one more time.
Shapes one more time?
Yes.
Fa, mi, mi, sol, la, la, fa, la. Fa, mi, mi, sol, la, la, fa, la.
My hope is in the Lord, the blessed leading Lamb.
I'll seek his blessings every noon.
I'll seek his blessings every noon. I'll seek his blessings every noon. Lay my vows and lay my vows and lie.
I'll seek his blessings every noon.
I'll seek his blessings every noon. I'll seek his blessings every noon. Lay my vows and lay my vows and lie.
All right.
It's about,
You walked right into that one.
I walked right into that one. It's about a community. It's about a singing community. It's about finding what you can find in this music, and people find very different things in this music. It's just about a wonderful time, both musically and socially, and gustatorially. Fabulous food.
And this is non-denominational,
That's a good
musical
point,
and
too.
social event.
It's not a religious service, even though the words do have religious meanings to them. Many people who sing with us are not, you don't have to, I'm not going to say any more about that.
People of every
out,
religion and
please.
none sing Sacred Harp together.
There's a spirit underlying the words and the music that I think almost all of us feel as we sing this more and more, and as we connect more and more with the other people singing it, and that keeps us coming back, the spirit of the community as well as the music.
It's a deeply human thing to do, to be together with other people this way by singing together with your voices. I mean, human beings have done that since before there were books. So we're just nourishing that part of ourselves.
There's no other music like this. And I can't do it on my own. I have to be with other people to do it, or it's not happening. And that's the wonderful thing about it.
Would someone else mind leading? The Savior visit thy plantation, grant us, Lord, a gracious rain. All will come to desolation unless thou return again. Lord, revive us, Lord, revive us. All our help must come from thee. Lord, revive us, Lord, revive us. All our help must come from thee. Keep no longer at a distance, shine upon us from on high, lest for want of thy assistance, every man should drip and die. Lord, revive us, Lord, revive us. All our help must come from thee. Lord, revive us, Lord, revive us. All our help must come from thee. Lord, revive us, Lord, revive us. All our help must come from thee. Lord, revive us, Lord, revive us. All our help must come from thee.
Well, welcome back. I'm still trying to bake the muffins. But finally, I think we're finished. I hope you enjoyed our show today. If you would like to make an order or donate muffins to charity, then please go to the website listed below. With every muffin order, we donate muffins to the charity of your choice. I call it giving your dough to charity. I also encourage you to donate directly to the featured charity today by going directly to our website and getting their information. Thank you very much for watching, and keep on dancing through life by giving to others through love. Let me finish baking these muffins, and see you next time.